Hello and welcome to Cali Legends Media. I want to thank all the subscribers for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so this morning I was looking at and I'm talking early in the morning. I was looking at something that came out. I'm not going to say where it came out of because I'm just not going to do that. But I seen a text and heard a conversation between Gunner and some unknown figure, okay? And Gunner was talking about Al, okay? I don't know what Al's channel is. I can't remember at the time, but Al has his own YouTube channel and talks about his experience in prison. He doesn't glorify it. He just talks about it, and you know, usually he'll have a lesson that goes along with it or follows. Anyways, that's besides the point. That's not what this video is about. Now, Gunner took the liberty to, while arguing with Al, I would say, tried to uncover things that happened in her life that he figured would bother Al, you know. I'm not going to repeat what those things are, but there were things about guys from up south, or I don't know. But the point is, this dude that was interviewing him said to him, well, you know, don't go cause this couple, meaning Al and his wife, to get a divorce. That'd be messed up, you know. And Gunner's response was, I don't care what that guy does or what that Mayata does, you know. And I had heard him disrespect Al's wife during a live, you know, with him, Gunner, and Al, which really that kind of turned my opinion on what I thought about this guy and his content, you know. Now he mentions things like, oh, I'm gonna have to go back and be my old self back in the days when I was being a dick and being this and that. Everybody didn't like me then, and then I turned into this nice guy, and nobody still don't like me. Well, I don't think they like what he says sometimes, or the comments that he makes. Man, that's very disgraceful. You know, calling somebody's wife like that. A mayate is known as a small black bug that flies around. They only come in season. They have like a green hue to them, okay? The Mexicans call them mayates, you know what I mean? When they call them mayates llanta, they're talking about a tire. Why? Because it's black, you know what I'm saying? They're derogatory terms that black people recognize as being disrespect, you know? And that's the way it was said, and that's the way it was intended. There was no other way to take that comment, you know, in the context of his conversation with this man that was interviewing him. You know, I've tried my best to, like, you know, think, well, you know, he's not a bad guy. It's just, you know, he's just wild, and he talks a lot of mierda sometimes, you know what I mean? But the first time he disrespected Al, kind of like, I was like, nah, this vato, not the kind of guy that I want to pay attention to, you know? And I was thinking, well, look, what about all the people that follow him, you know? Well, if that's the kind of person that you could tolerate and get behind, hey, dale gas, man. Go ahead. You know, give it gas and handle your business. You know, me personally, that's just like too much. You know what I mean? Like, that's this man's wife, man. They have a child together. He loves this lady. Regardless what she's done, who cares? That's his girl, man. That's his baby doll, you know? And I felt that if he can do that, and cross that line so easily, it says a lot about him, you know? Anyways, watching him mention what he mentioned and go through this showed that he had no compassion, no empathy. He just didn't give a rat's ass. You know what I mean? And anyways, I seen this yesterday and I'm like, wow, man, serio? All right. And then there's a video out talking about this. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you say something, it might not affect the person when you say it. It might just be an argument or whatever. But after time, it still comes up, you know, and it's still hanging around, being talked about, and I think it was done making fun of Gunner. You know, the guy who put it out there was just trying to show what he thought of Gunner. By the title, you can tell that you know, he thought that was a rad ass move too. You know, even though he jokes around a lot and, you know, he does his thing. This was too much. You know, you don't talk about. Not only do you talk about another race that way, that's completely racist. You don't talk about a woman that way, especially someone's wife, that you know. Anyways, I just wanted to bring this out. You know what? Hell with it, man. You could watch it and see the text and hear it from Gunner's mouth himself on Chemoflix. Okay, I usually don't go there and get content from there, you know, because he misses around a lot. But this was more of a kill shot. It wasn't like the other videos clowning. You know what I mean? On Gunner. You know. I think I wrote the name of the video down. Let me see. Yeah, here you go. So it's Chemoflix Gunners Collective, and then underneath that it says, "This is why at Prisoners Awakening," that's Al's channel, "is on your rat tail, isn't it?" And then it says paperwork / text, divorce, Mayata. So if you guys want to see it, go to Chemoflix and check it out. It's pretty wild, man. I didn't know we get down like that on YouTube. That's a for sure removal, man. You know what I mean? At very least, put them on the level. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, people do what they're gonna do. Like he says, I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. Me myself, I'd make adjustments. You know, and you know, you're on social media, so I would make adjustments. And I guess you feel you don't need a Gunner because you got enough followers. You know what I mean? And you could care less. But you know what? You'd probably have twice as much as you do now if you did, if you sincerely cared. You know. Anyways, you guys want to see the video, go check it out. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for those of you who are regular on the comment section. And thank you for hitting that like button and that hype button. That being said, let's help the homies move in excellence, not just the homies, but all people. And like I said earlier, God bless you. God bless your families. And hope to see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching.